Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, it's time for an EDC update. Got a couple things to talk about. As you guys know, things are constantly changing, going back and forth between gear. So let's start off with some of the more boring things or things you've seen a million times already, such as the wallet. Although it's not boring, I talk about it pretty much every single video, and if you watch all of them, yeah, I guess eventually it gets kind of boring. But this is the Saddleback Leather a trifold wallet. Love the wallet. Don't think they make it anymore. Unfortunately, you might have to find it on eBay or on the secondary market. Cell phone, same old cell phone. This is the iPhone 5S, I think. Right off the bat, let me know down in the comments, are you an Android person or an Apple person? I just happen to be an Apple person. Obviously, there's pros and cons for both. It's just like PC or Mac. You know, it's, preference, I guess. But I just happen to really like Apple. Maybe I just don't have enough experience with Android. Maybe if I had Android phone for, more than a year or something, maybe I'd convert. Who knows? Let me know what you like. And if you ever did convert, were you an Apple person, then all of a sudden, tried Android, you liked it better, or vice versa? Just curious. But moving on, even though it was not December yet, I did start carrying the two Christmassy items. We'll hold off a second on that. Still go through some of the boring things. As far as the keys, I think the keys are pretty much the same as you guys saw them last time. Although I did add my wife's car key because I have been taking her car occasionally for different things. And it's a pain to have to grab her keys as well as mine. So we do have a spare, and I grabbed that so I can have it on my own set. Multi-tool. This is the Leatherman Wingman, one of my favorite Leatherman models, just for the price and the tool combinations. Also happen to love the pocket clip on this. I have carried this a couple times lately. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the Leatherman Juice, and I love a bunch of different multi-tools, love different Victorinox models and so forth. Usually for a multi-tool, I will go with the Juice, just because it's a much smaller package. But recently I've been carrying a lot more things inside the pocket as opposed to clip to the pocket. So I have that space there to actually use a pocket clip. For example, this has been a combination for a couple days where I had the Wingman clipped to my pocket like my main knife. Of course, this one does have a knife blade in it, right? So I could pop that out and use it like a regular folder. But then I also had this StatGear knife, which I'm gonna do a review on soon. This is their Slinger, I believe. And I took the pocket clip off of this, all right? So this has been down just in the pocket, loose next to the organizer. And then this one was my kind of main knife, all right? In addition to, only one day I carried this and this, which was a mistake. It's way too heavy, all right? This is a very heavy knife. That's kind of heavy. As a multi-tool, it was noticeably, there. But yeah, that was only one day. I did carry this in the pocket loose with my organizer as well. And I love it. I just love this knife. It is a hunk though. It is like a boat anchor, all right? So obviously not a go-to. A lot of people aren't gonna like the strangeness of this. I happen to like it. That's why it stands out so much. If you guys missed the other video I did on this one, this is the candy cane version of the Rough Rider double vision trapper specifically. And as I mentioned in that video, a double vision is a regular slip joint pattern, but it's literally doubled. Okay, so we have a standard trapper here, all right, with our clip point blade and our spade blade, excuse me. All right, so if you notice, that just looks like a regular old trapper, but it mimics the same thing on the other side, so we have two more blades on the other side. These ones are the decorative ones, which I'm not using because I don't want it to rub off or anything. Eventually with use, it'll probably wear. It looks like it's laser etched, but the ones I'm actually using are the sterile blades. So yeah, I mean, really affordable, very cool for Christmas. No comments on yet because no one saw me using it. But like I said, most noticeably, just a huge hunk of steel. But I love it. It's very, very cool, and it's super Christmassy. And obviously, you guys know I love Christmas time. It's a good excuse to carry stuff like this as well. This one I got last year. I don't remember where I got this. I got to get some more, Christmas patterned handkerchiefs. But carry a handkerchief pretty much every day. A lot of times when I do EDC updates, sometimes I won't show it because I leave these in my pants. Like, they go through the wash and everything. My back left pocket is almost never used for anything except for a handkerchief. So like when I get home and I take all my EDC stuff off, I'll leave the handkerchief right in my pocket. And when my pants go through the wash, the handkerchief kind of gets washed as well. If I purposely use the handkerchief to blow my nose or wipe something, then I'll take it out and I'll hand wash it in the sink or something separate. But generally, if I'm not using it, it just stays in the pocket. So that's why sometimes you guys won't see that. I just totally forget about it, but I usually have one on me. As far as neck knives, you guys know, still rocking the Spike all the time. However, I have carried that BK, I think a 13, is that what it is? Yeah, the BK 13 from K-Bar, or Becker 13, little neck knife. Super lightweight, like noticeably light. I like it a lot, so I might eventually do a review on it if I continue to carry it and get more use. As far as firearm, you might be kind of surprised to see the Kel-Tec here, but that has been my choice. Not because it's the best possible option, just because it's convenient. It weighs like nothing. Of course, spare magazine. Whenever I do carry the Kel-Tec, I do carry a spare mag because these are, you know, 6+1, these guns, and I just prefer to have the extra ammo there just in case. I did try carrying the HK that I got. I will probably do future videos on that, but the holster I have right now is not my preferred style, and it just ended up being uncomfortable to me. So I had to figure out what, you know, carry system I want to use for that particular gun. And if I do want to carry that over the Glock, there's pros and cons for both. I shot the HK. It's awesome. Extremely ergonomic. It's amazing. I do have to get a lot more rounds through it. I don't like the disadvantage of the lower round count, but then again, most realistic situations, 10 rounds should be totally fine. I just prefer to have more. The more the merrier, right? But I don't know. Kind of up in the air, but always keeping it real. This is what I've been carrying lately, so that's what's on the table. And I think that pretty much covers it for now. Yeah. So you guys let me know if you have new gear, anything going on. For the colder weather months, a lot of times people do change, particularly if you do carry a firearm. That's when the transition from something small and lightweight that's hard to conceal, or when it's harder to conceal in the summertime with t-shirts and shorts. You know, once you start throwing on hoodies and jackets and long pants and everything, then it's a lot easier to carry those bigger firearms. That's generally what I do. But like I said, lately it's been that. But also in the wintertime, because you have a jacket, a lot of times you do have extra pockets. So people tend to carry a little bit more gear in the colder months than they do in the summer months. And of course, you know, these videos are worldwide, so you might live in a place where it never does get cold. But I'm curious for you guys, number one, are you an Apple person or an Android person? And number two, is there a specific type of gear, whether it's a knife, a firearm, a flashlight, anything like that, that you only carry in the winter just because you have more carry options, such as jacket pockets and, you know, maybe cargo pants pockets? So I'm just curious about that. Let me know in the comments. Now, before I go, I will mention something that I know people are going to comment on. Hopefully wait until the end of the video. But that is, why am I not carrying my own knife? Well, I retired my own knife just because I don't want to lose it. I don't want anything to happen to it. It obviously means a lot to me. It's a piece of my personal history, so that went into my collection. I have a small collection of knives that, no matter what, will never be sold, traded, you know, lost. I mean, they're very, very important to me. In that collection is my very first knife I've ever had. I've made videos on that before. I have like my Boy Scout knife, the first knife I ever reviewed, things like that. Things that have like immense sentimental value to me. So, although I do love my knife design, I retired the 5CR15 MOV version, the one I was actually carrying and using, and that went into that collection. I might use the S35 VN one in the future as well, just to, you know, see what that's like in that particular pattern. But that's the reason. I know someone's gonna be like, come on, man, where's your knife? You just came up with the thing, I'm carrying mine, you know. I appreciate it. By the way, thank you again for all the people who supported me and picked one up. There are a couple left, and when they're gone, they're gone. Okay, I'm back. I realized that I didn't mention this. I mean, I make assumptions sometimes. If you watch my videos all the time, you'll know what's in here anyway. But just for people who don't, this is a pocket organizers by Hitch and Timber. It's called the 2.0, I believe. I have a Fisher Bullet Space Pen in here. I have a Tie 5T flashlight from Through Nights, a single AAA flashlight, and I have that Vector Summit lighter, butane lighter. All right, so just in case you've never seen that before and you're new to the videos, that's what that is. So I'm really going now. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Take care.